Hello, my name is Brent Beadles. This is my vlog assignment for the New Student Dialogues. I had my New Student Dialogue title was The Game of Life, an Exploration of Socioeconomic Status. We talked a lot about money, socioeconomic status, jobs. We took a survey where people stood up or sit down, depending on the question asked. Like, do you have a job? Are your parents paying for certain things? How much do your parents give you? How many scholarships you getting? Sort of things like that. So it's actually kind of surprising how many different groups we had represented in the class. This is my social identity wheel. Basically, it's got a bunch of different categories. Let's read some of them off. We got ethnicity, socioeconomic class, gender, sexual orientation, age, national origin, first language, physical, emotional, developmental ability, religion or spiritual affiliation, and race. And it's in a little circle like that. And you see there in the middle there, we ranked them by how often we are impacted by those things. And basically, we were finding what makes up our identity. The things that we thought about at the top of the list were things that we thought were really important to who we are. So socioeconomic class was one of those things, which would be what we were going to talk about. Most everybody put socioeconomic class middle to bottom. Obviously, matters how much money you have, but interacting with other people, I don't think it really matters which class you're in. Obviously, people in the upper class have more opportunities to do things like go to college, travel, things like that. But to me, I would be able to relate with somebody in a lower class. It wouldn't matter to me. Do you feel your group achieved dialogue? I would say our group achieved dialogue, or at least some of them. We really put our differences aside and didn't judge, which is part of dialogue. And we weren't trying to win an argument, which would be like a debate. And we actually put personal experience and things like that into our discussion. But I would say our group achieved dialogue. There were some active voices. There were probably 3 or 4 people that spoke half of the time. But some other people had more reserved voices that spoke up every once in a while. I was one of those more reserved voices. I think I spoke 2 or 3 times, but I wasn't a regular speaker. I just put my 2 cents in whenever I thought my 2 cents were worth enough to talk about. Why do you think dialogue is in Library 100? Well, I think it's a good thing for us freshmen to learn about dialogue, because we need to learn how to put our differences aside, not judge people, not stereotype people, not put people into categories, and really be able to discuss with people that are different than us, and look at things from the other side of the coin, learn different lifestyles in our own, that sort of thing. Because if you go into the real world or any other endeavor with a closed mind, it's not good, and you're not going to be able to achieve as much as if you had an open mind. So I think that's a huge part of why do you think Library 100 includes dialogues, so we can have an open mind, learn how to have an open mind, and learn how to have a good discussion with people. Do you see dialogue as a useful tool in university experience? I definitely think that dialogue is a good experience, as I just talked about.